Christopher Douridas is a popular DJ and musical tastemaker at Santa Monica, California, radio station KCRW, where he hosts a 2-hour program showcasing progressive new music. He is also a filmmaker, actor, television presenter, and a 3-time Grammy-nominated producer of soundtracks and music videos. Biography. Kara Douridas was born in Columbus, Ohio. After attending North Texas State University, where he was involved in campus radio station KNTU-FM, Douridas went on in the 1980s to work in Dallas, Texas at public radio station KARA, where he produced an innovative radio show called 90.1 at Night. While there, he created a series called Sound Sessions, live radio sessions featuring Dallas area bands. This show gave a platform, recording resources and eventually compilation CD exposure to bands such as the Dixie Chicks. At the time, the only other broadcasts that featured local bands were on KDGE. KCRW. In the 1990s, Chris Douridas became known as the host of KCRW's daily 3-hour new music program, Morning Becomes Eclectic, bringing a personal character to the show. He was also the station's music director at the time. When he went independent of KCRW in 1998, he maintained a link to the station by presenting a 2-hour program called Ground Zero, which was renamed New Ground after the 9/11 attacks. Later, the show was extended to 3 hours. Perhaps Douridas' greatest contribution to the station was his hiring of most of the on-air staff, including Liza Richardson, Jason Bentley, Garth Trinidad, Ann Litt, Gary Calamar, Kevin Ponthia, and Trisha Halloran. Halloran recently left the station and is a staff music supervisor at Hum in Santa Monica, CA. Eclectic 24 on Labor Day, September 7, 2009, KCRW launched Eclectic 24, an online 24-hour music channel, created and curated by Douridas, who has programmed the channel since its inception. The concept features a continuous original mix of its unique eclectic programming, including many exclusive live tracks captured from on-air performances first broadcast on its flagship daily music program Morning Becomes Eclectic, and other programs. Soundtrack work. Douridas has carved an extensive career in film music supervision, producing the soundtracks of such films as American Beauty, Shrek 2, As Good as It Gets, and the Austin Powers trilogy. His work on 1999's American Beauty and 2004's Shrek 2 brought him Grammy nominations. Douridas was also a judge for the 7th Annual Independent Music Awards to support independent artists' careers. DreamWorks. In the late 1990s, Douridas was an A&R executive for DreamWorks Records, the label started by David Geffen, Mo Osteen and Lenny Waronker. While there, he brought in the bands The Eels and Propellerheads. School night. While attending a wrap party for his latest film project at a venue called Bardo, upstairs from the Avalon Hollywood on Vine Street, Douridas was invited to come back to DJ and curate an evening at the venue. A few months later, on April 12, 2010, he hosted the first in a weekly series described as a new Monday Night Hollywood Party. The inaugural evening featured live performances from Doors, The Like, and a DJ set from fellow KCRW host Ann Litt. Week 2 featured the debuts of new projects from Chrissie Hynde and Brett Dennen. In its first year, the series was named America's Best Party by Paper Magazine. Since then, School Night, named for the excuse colleagues gave for not being able to attend the late-night weeknight event, has become a launchpad for new artist projects. The night is produced in collaboration with LA promoter Matt Goldman. To date, the series has featured the US debuts of London Grammar, Michael Kiwanuka, Chet Faker, Liam Bailey, and Katie B., among others, and the LA debuts of The Naked and Famous, Two Door Cinema Club, Twin Shadow, Maximum Balloon, Tom Odell, Villages, and MNDR. Additionally, the night often hosts surprise appearances from iconic artists as well, with past appearances by Moby, Ben Folds, Chrissie Hynde, Florence and the Machine, Daniel Lanois, Brett Dennen, Vanessa Carlton with Stevie Nicks, Lucinda Williams, Ricky Lee Jones, Neil Finn, Matissa Yahoo and Kimbra. A monthly event dubbed School Night NYC was launched at the Bowery Hotel in 2010. In July 2013, Douridas announced a weekly series would start September 8, 2013 at Brooklyn Bowl, in Brooklyn, New York. Actor Douridas began his career as an actor in Texas. While in high school, he was a national champion at the 1980 National Forensics Competition. At North Texas State University, he was a theater major and scholarship recipient. In the late 1980s, Douridas appeared on stage at the Dallas Theater Center, Stage No. 1, and Dallas Repertory Theater. Film acting credits include the 1984 television movie The Jesse Owens Story, 1986 episode of Dalton's Code of Vengeance, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Waterworld, and W.I.M. Wender's 1997 film The End of Violence. Television roles include appearances on Party of Five and Ellen. Television work: Douridas hosted the inaugural season of Sessions at West 54th, a live interview and performance series on PBS. The first season featured sessions with Beck, Fiona Apple, Philip Glass, Ani DeFranco, Yo-Yo Ma, Sinead O'Connor, Patti Smith, Sonic Youth, and David Byrne, among others. Douridas brought in renowned documentarian D.A. Pennebaker to shoot the accompanying interview segments for each of the first season's performances. Online, AOL and iTunes. Douridas was VP of Music for America Online, overseeing the popular Radio at OWL service, a network of 125 original online radio stations. This service was created by Spinner.com, a project spearheaded by Josh Felser and Jim Van Hoosery. Felser lured Douridas from DreamWorks. While at AOL, Douridas launched the online interview and performance series, Sessions at OWL, which he hosted and produced. Following his work with AOL, Douridas was hired by Apple's Steve Jobs to be a creative consultant for the launch of the iTunes Music Store, creating and producing the iTunes Originals series and iTunes Essentials, a popular lifestyle playlist series. Personal life: in January 2006, Douridas and a friend were arrested at the Circle Bar in Santa Monica after a witness accused them of trying to drug and kidnap a female patron. The girl was taken to a local hospital and later released. Police awaited toxicology reports before deciding whether to file charges. Douridas maintained his innocence throughout the proceedings, and the girl supported his story. Eventually all charges relating to the girl were dropped. On April 30, 2006, Douridas' only daughter died in a drowning accident at her family's home in South Pasadena. She was 14 years old. Select filmography. Film music credits: Mr. Peabody and Sherman, DreamWorks, House of Lies, Showtime Television, Inner World, Roadside Attractions, What Maisie Knew, Millennium Entertainment, The Details, Weinstein Company, Megamind, DreamWorks, Shrek Forever After, DreamWorks, Legion, Sony Pictures, The Education of Charlie Banks, Strongheart Pictures, Monsters vs. Aliens, DreamWorks, The Women, New Line, American Teen, A&E Indie Films, Bobby, The Weinstein Company, Over the Hedge, DreamWorks, Rumor Has It, Warner Brothers, Madagascar, DreamWorks, The Chum Scrubber, El Camino, Shrek 2, DreamWorks, Grammy Award for Best Compilation Soundtrack Album for a Motion Picture, Television or Other Visual Media nominee, The Girl Next Door, Regency, Under the Tuscan Sun, Touchstone, Down with Love, Warner Brothers, The Count of Monte Cristo, Spyglass, 1 Hour Photo, Fox Searchlight, American Beauty, DreamWorks, Grammy Award for Best Compilation Soundtrack Album for a Motion Picture, Television or Other Visual Media nominee. Austin Powers. The Spy Who Shagged Me, New Line. As Good as It Gets, TriStar. 187, Warner Brothers. Austin Powers. International Man of Mystery, New Line. Gross Point Blank, Hollywood. Grace of My Heart, Universal. Heat, Warner Brothers.